Hello everybody, TheRumpledOne, fellow preppers. It's lunchtime at the ranch. Been working about 4 hours here. Some inside work, some outside work, a little cleanup. Got tired of looking at a couple of little trash piles, so I raked them up. But you know, current events. Obama, I guess, looking the other way with all these illegal aliens, giving them a path to citizenship. Who do you think they're going to vote for if they become citizens between now and election day? It's not fair. Congress, the Supreme Court needs to put a stop to it. It's supposed to be some checks and balances, you know? Oh, by the way, this is water. It's in a Gatorade bottle, but I just put water in there. Now, I know that you're not supposed to reuse these, but you can use them a couple of times, then you pitch them. So when you're working around the ranch, you know, you're putting this out in the dirt or whatever, then you can just pitch it, recycle it. Usually you take it to the recyclers on the weekend, on Saturdays. But these current events, the euro, up and down, going crazy, bailouts. It's not going to work. They know it's not going to work. They're just kind of kicking the can down the road. But sooner or later, it's going to be some hard times. Really hard times. See, everybody has a little bit different idea about hard times. To me, hard times is when there's scarcity. You go to the supermarket and the shelves are empty, barren. That's when it's going to be really hard times. Gas stations don't have any gas to pump, and the gas they do might cost you 10 bucks a gallon. How are you going to run your chainsaws? It's going to be tough. Not to mention, government really might start restricting movement of the citizens. That's to protect us. Don't you wish they would stop being so nice to us? Kind of like in Cool Hand Luke. Said, you know, you don't have to be so good to me, boss. Then he got beat up for backsassing. I love that movie, Cool Hand Luke. Because what we have here is failure to communicate. Anyway, back to the subject. Which is Obama granting amnesty to all these illegal aliens. I mean, how do you feel about it? I mean, individual basis, you know, there's probably some illegal alien you've met, come in contact with, nice person, nice man or woman, decent. Fact is, they're criminal. They're here illegally. And so many times people want to look the other way, but look at where that has led us to. You know, the government says, what, there's 8 million, 10 million. And we all know the government numbers are wrong. Multiply it by 4. It's about 30-some million in here. And the reason I say that is that in the past couple of years, I've traveled all over the country. Been to the East Coast, Northwest, South, Middle America, and I can remember as a kid, there weren't no Mexican restaurants in some of these places. Now you can't spit without hitting one or two. Now I ain't got nothing against Mexicans. I ain't got nothing against Mexico. But lawbreakers are lawbreakers. I don't care race, color, creed, nation of origin, don't matter. It's lawbreakers. And for this country to look the other way is a dishonor to the citizens here. You know, not to mention, it costs us taxpayers money. Feeding them, schooling them, taking care of them when they get sick or hurt. I mean, you might go, well, where's your compassion? I go, well, compassion isn't something that should be forced. It should be my choice, not my government's, to choose to take money from me at gunpoint, which is what happens if you don't pay your taxes. They'll point guns at you. And then give it away. That ain't right. And why we the people allow Congress to get away with it is beyond me. But there's always these social issues that divide we the people, as opposed to focusing on the one real issue, which is liberty versus tyranny. And that's what this country was founded on. I've said it before and said it again. I'll say it again. You don't hear this political discourse about liberty versus tyranny. But that's the main issue. And until we the people just block out all that other stuff and focus on this one thing, we'll never see it. You know, I was listening to the radio and they were talking about, it's just some rock station. You probably hear it in the background sometimes. And the lady DJ got on there talking about, you know, enjoying our freedoms. I wanted to pick up the phone and call her and go, are you kidding me? Are you really that deluded? Have you really drank that much Kool-Aid that you believe we are the land of the free? Now, you know, some people are like, well, if you don't like it, leave. Well, you know, America, love it or live it, leave it. No, not America, love it or leave it. America, love it enough to fix it, to care about it, to take care of it. See, there's a difference. You know, there's some people, yeah, they probably should leave, especially the illegals, because they don't belong here in the first place. But if you were born here, your parents were born here, and you're legal, and there's something about this country you don't like, well, you know, that's what the First Amendment's there for, so you can speak your mind. You can redress government and say, hey, it should be, you know, we need to change, we need to get back on course. It's all spelled out in the Constitution. You know, that's what we should head to, but as you know, these guys in Washington, D.C., and probably at the state capitals, you know, they don't read the Constitution, they don't follow it, they don't even care about it. Their concern is getting elected and getting re-elected. It's pretty much what's in it for them. Not how do we keep this country free and keep our people free, no. Even when during the presidential debates, the question of freedom is never asked. It's all an illusion. And like that lady DJ, if you believe we're free, it's time that you take a step back, take a pause, and really analyze what freedom is. You see, freedom, it's not relative. No, no, no. There is a line set in stone, not in the sand. No, it's in stone. You're either free or you're not. There are not degrees of freedom. And see, most people probably couldn't handle true freedom. See, look around me. It's just me. So, got to fend for myself. You think if I dialed 911, how long do you think it'd take for me to get here? No. I have to defend myself. Something goes wrong, I got to fix it. Something happens, I got to take care of it. See, that's true freedom. When the responsibility falls on you and it's up to you to do something about it, you're free. Truly free. You want to eat? You go grow something or kill something or raise something. Slaughter it. Or you starve. That's freedom. It's up to you. Not some show them a card, swipe a card through the reader and get food free because the government paid for it. That ain't freedom. But people don't look at it that way. But that's the way it really is. So, July 4th's coming up a couple weeks. They're going to be talking about freedom and land of the free and setting off fireworks and jets will be flying over and all that kind of nonsense. It's just going. I just can't take it because it's all a lie. It's a myth. But this country, for some strange reason, is going the opposite way. It's going away from freedom. And I think most people don't care. They don't care enough to act. Or they just feel there's nothing they can do. Well, there's a lot you can do. I've said it before. You go down to your local taxing district meeting, whether it's your city council, your county council, a planning board, zoning commission, school board, port authority, forestry, fish and wildlife. You go to their public meetings and you sit back, you listen, you watch. And if they say something or want to do something that you object to, you need to stand up and say, as a citizen, you object, they're going the wrong way. Now, usually there's a space somewhere in the meeting, and usually it's towards the end where they'll take, items not on the agenda. You can address them. So you might have to wait. Because what will happen is, if you get out of line, they'll just have the police come, say you were disorderly, and remove you. And then you'll have your name in the police record of the paper saying that, you were disorderly. And maybe all you did was object to something they were about to do. You weren't really disorderly, but that's the way they'll spin it, so you look like the bad guy. Trust me, I know. It's happened to me. It doesn't stop me, though. And you have to be tenacious. You have to be, vigilant and vigilant. You just can't sit by. Freedom is not something that you're free and you have to do that. No, you got to stand guard. It's up to you. You stand guard for your own freedom. Otherwise, somebody's going to take it from you, like they already have. Said, if you're watching this video, you were never free, ever. Simple reason. Haven't been free past 100 years in this country. All an illusion. Well, you can say, but we're relatively free, but once again, there's no such thing. That's a myth. You're under an illusion or you're deluded, one of the two. You're either free or you're not. It's like a light switch. It's on or off. There's no, we're not talking about a dimmer, how bright it is. No, it's either on or off. Because even with the dimmer, the light's either on or off. I don't care how dim it is. If it's dim, it's on. If it's bright, it's on. On or off. Free or not free. So, to wrap up before I get into the long, boring zone, it's up to you to take action and start taking some of the freedom back. Wake up, America. Smell the hypocrisy.